by Team Almost Turing Complete, made by Samson Rozansky, Pratishu Kamal, Cameron Hirsch, Abhinav Biju, and Jacob Van Meter.
So, how does education affect economic factors like unemployment and wages and things? Well, we analyzed this and we really spent a lot of time coming up with a statistical model that controlled for all of these different variables, and that was pretty rigorous. And we found that there were really only a few actually statistically significant factors once you control for all the other variables. So those are basic math, basic reading, broadband internet access, and median household income. I mean, I think the last two are pretty obvious in how they affect employment and wages and things. But what are the first two? What do they really have in common in terms of education? Well, it's all about problem solving, right? Because when we're talking about CTE and stuff, you're not going to perform well in those jobs or in those classes or anything if you don't have the basic problem solving skills. And so that's why we're focusing on the wrong things. Looking at high school is too late. We need to be looking earlier. Elementary, middle school, we need to build those core problem solving skills. So why is this important? Well, because if you look at our state's benchmark in terms of math and reading, we're way behind. So we really need to work on that.
So how do we plan to address this? We created TOUGH, an index which prioritizes certain factors through weighting correlation and multiplying it by the standardized score that we give it. And we use these in order to evaluate counties and give specific advice to each of those counties so that they can prioritize where they put their funding in order to help the performance of their counties and their people.
All right, thank you, Brett. So to explain the TOUGH score on a more visual basis, we use visual analysis to really refine this model, get a better formula to where we're able to see the top several counties and the worst several counties. So what you can do with this information is sort of see the bad areas, see where more funding and assets need to be sent, and shave off from the higher ones.
All right, so why do we actually need to focus on the fundamentals? As you can see in this interactive chart below, different counties, as sorted by their unemployment ratings, we can see that there's a huge disparity between areas with more and higher unemployment and lower unemployment, as using the same attributes as mentioned before.
So in summary, what have we learned from all this analysis? Well, we've showed that really, we look at all these different educational factors, all of these different things, and when it really comes down to it, there's only a few factors that are actually statistically significant because they're just so much more important. And those things are just basic problem-solving abilities. And so we need to focus on those, and we need to start early, for elementary, middle school. That's where we need to focus. And so to do this, to help counties be able to do this, we needed to create something to give them personalized advice for their situation. And so that's where TOUGH GPT comes in. We were able to make a custom GPT and hook it up to our data sources and everything so that it could intelligently, we were asking it about Hyde County here, and we were able to get it to intelligently be able to pull out the different statistics for Hyde County, comparing it to like the mean values for these different factors, and it was able to give personalized suggestions. And so really this thing here is, if our metrics are, we weren't just trying to create some metric that doesn't really tell you much because it's just a number. This shows how we're able to use our metric to go through and give personalized advice and specific advice and actionable advice to each county so that they can better prepare their students for the workforce. And so that's why the problem isn't what you think. It's really just about basic problem-solving skills, not any crazy specialized stuff. That's where we get our most bang for our buck. And thank you so much for watching.